This is Gigi's channel, where we share our expertise.
Hello everybody, this is Vasavi. In this video, I would like to give you the basics of trigonometry. Trigonometry sounds like a complicated topic, but it is actually a study of the ratio of the sides of the triangle. So the trig part of the trigonometry just means the triangle, and the metric part means measures. So in trigonometry, what we do is learning the triangle measures. Okay. Now, let me draw a right angle triangle. Yeah, here's the right angle triangle. So, I call this a right angle triangle because you find one angle of this triangle is 90 degrees. Okay. The other two angles are acute angles, and the side opposite to this 90-degree angle is the longest side in this triangle. And this triangle, this side, we normally call it as hypotenuse. One look at the right angle triangle reminds us the Pythagoras theorem, right? And we all know the Pythagoras theorem very well. In this Pythagoras theorem, they say the square of the longest side is equal to the square of the sum of the squares of the smallest side. Say for instance, let me take these smallest side as A and B, okay? And this longest side I take it as C. So as per the Pythagoras theorem, it is A square plus B square, that is the sum of the square of the shortest sides, is equal to the square of the longest side. Okay. So in this case, like when you know any two sides of a right angle triangle, it is very easy for us to find out the thirds. So let me give you an example. Say for instance, if this is given as 4, the shortest side is given as 3 and 4. Okay. So as per the formula, it is A square plus B square, right? That is 3 square plus 4 square will give you C square. So that is what we need to find out, this longest side. So that is C square, okay. So when you expand this, it becomes 9 plus 16, and that gives you 25. Now C square is 25. What will your C be? Your C will be square root of 25, which is nothing but 5. So likewise, if you know any two sides, it is very easy for us to find out the third side. Okay, the third side is 5 here. So here I would like to tell you about the sides of this right angle triangle. Like one is opposite, okay? One is opposite, the other one is adjacent side, and the last one is hypotenuse. And we all know which one is hypotenuse, right? So the longest side of the right angle triangle is definitely the hypotenuse. So you know this is the hypotenuse side. The question comes like, which is the opposite and which one is the adjacent side, right? So here in the trigonometry, the opposite and adjacent side purely depends on the angle on which you are working on. So let me take this acute angle, okay? If I take this acute angle, and this angle is unknown, so I just call it theta. Normally we use this theta to represent, so you call it theta, okay? Theta. This theta we use to represent the unknown angle, okay? So now my angle is here, my theta is here. Now I would say this side which is opposite to the angle is the opposite side, okay? The side opposite to the angle which you are working on would be your opposite side, and the side which is close to this theta would be your adjacent side. So that is how we fix the opposite and adjacent side. Say for instance, if the angle I keep here, if I keep the angle here, okay, the same right angle triangle I've taken, and I would say if my angle is here, my theta is over here. Now what happens? The side opposite to my theta would be this. So this would be my opposite side, and this one next to the theta would be my adjacent side. And remember, your hypotenuse side is always the same. This would be your hypotenuse side. Okay, so you have to make that clear, like which would be your opposite side and which is your adjacent side. We can put these three sides in 6 ways. Okay, so I'll just tell you, like the first one we would write it as opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite over hypotenuse. Then I would write adjacent over hypotenuse. Okay, and then the next one would be opposite over adjacent. So first, these are the 3 ways which I've just arranged the sides. Okay, now the other 3 ways would be just the reciprocal of this. Like, you just flip this. So that would be hypotenuse over opposite, hypotenuse over adjacent, and adjacent over opposite. Now let me name these. So these are the 6 ratios which you need to be thorough with. Okay, so normally we use only the first 3, but maybe in future you would need to know what the other ratios are. But so I just mentioned everything here now. So the first one is the sine theta. Okay, so it would be sine, S-I-N. Normally we represent the trigonometric ratio, the name, in 3 letters. Okay, so it is sine theta, the angle you put here. Okay, so that sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. Then you have cosine theta, so that we call as cos theta. Okay, this is cosine, but we call it as cos theta, so that cosine theta here. Then you have tangent, you normally call it tan, the first 3 letters, so that is tangent theta. Okay, so here I repeat, the sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse, the cos theta is adjacent over hypotenuse, and the tan theta is opposite over the adjacent. Okay, now these 3 which we have flipped would be, for sine theta it is cosecant theta. Okay, so it is cosecant theta. So cosecant theta is hypotenuse over opposite. Now you have secant. For cos, the reciprocal of cos is secant theta. So you can call it sec theta or secant theta, which is hypotenuse over adjacent. And the last one is cotangent. It is cotangent. Okay, you normally call it cot theta, cotangent theta. These are the 6 ratios which you need to be thorough with. So one is sine theta, which is opposite over hypotenuse, cos theta, adjacent over hypotenuse, tan theta, opposite over the adjacent, cosecant theta, hypotenuse over opposite, secant theta, which is hypotenuse over adjacent, and the last one, cot theta, adjacent over opposite. So I have already told you, when you flip the sine theta, you are getting the cosec theta, right? So I can just tell my sine theta is nothing but 1 over cosecant theta, right? Because it's the reciprocal of cosecant theta. My sine theta is 1 over the cosecant theta. My cos theta is 1 over the secant theta, because it's just the opposite, it is secant theta, and my tan theta is 1 over the cot theta. Did you understand? I have just flipped the ratios to get the other 3 ratios. Okay, so this would be the reciprocal. Same way, when I can say sine is the reciprocal of cosecant, you can also understand that cosecant is the reciprocal of sine. Okay, cosecant is the reciprocal of sine theta. And now secant would be the reciprocal of cos. Secant theta is the reciprocal of cos theta. And finally, the cot theta will be the reciprocal of the tan theta. So, if you're clear with this, we can do problems based on the trigonometric ratios very easily. We may do it in the next class. Thank you. Bye.